Good evening, good morning, good night. We're watching this transmission. 'Tis I, Mike Martins. I want to thank you for joining me. The entire house is asleep, and I want to share something with you guys. I thought this was fake news. I got looking into it a bit more, and what the hell is happening in America? Anyways, I wanted to show you these real quick. My son painted these. That's our dog, and I think that's some abstract painting he made. I wanted to show these to you guys. He wanted me to show you guys. His favorite show is Mike in the Night. Don't forget to join me Saturday nights for Mike in the Night. Call-ins. Everybody call in. Anyways, adversity points. Guys, what is happening? Okay, Canada's got its own bizarro things happening and just massive changes in the last 2-3 years. And it's hindering on freedoms. It's hindering on everything. That's just basically changing these countries pretty much like a light switch. Things are changing like on and off. Okay. Schillinger. How about some adversity points for hardworking kids of hardworking parents? This was published today by Zero Hedge. I come to Zero Hedge from time to time to find some like different news, different points of views, different things that other what's happening in sorry, I just got a pop up there. Latest tactic for the elite to shaft normal Americans is the obnoxious adversity score. What the hell is an adversity score? Let me open this. It's by the Daily Caller. Okay. College Board openly trying to skirt up Supreme Court with secret adversity score? The College Board is going to assign a secret adversity score to students who take the SAT in an apparent attempt to help colleges get around potential Supreme Court ruling on race-based admissions. The score will be assigned to every single student who takes the test, but students will not know what the score is, and the College Board is not disclosing how the score is determined, the Wall Street Journal reports. So there's a couple of big media outlets that are commenting on this. Colleges will see the 1 to 100 score called the overall disadvantage level. When they view a student's test results, anything over 50 designates hardship. The move is an attempt to do away with differences in test scores that result from disparities in wealth and education, and permits a ruling from the Supreme Court on race-based affirmation action. Several college admissions officers told the WSJ the tool will be especially useful in the Supreme Court bans race-based admissions. The purpose is to get to race without using race, Anthony Carnevale, former employee of the College Board of the Director of Georgetown University Center of Education and the Workforce, told the WSJ. A group representing an Asian American students has filed a lawsuit against Harvard University claiming admissions officers discriminate against them by penalizing them as a group for high test scores in order to get more diverse student body. Okay. There's people protesting here. Fair admissions for all. Stop racism now. Support SFA fair admissions for all. The College Board would not say how it makes the score or weighs the 15 factors considered, which include poverty levels based on the student's address and the crime rate in his or her neighborhood. The score will be based on public records, including the U.S. Census and other sources proprietary to College Board, and official told the WSJ. It does not include race. The act plans to announce similar score later this year. If I'm going to make room for more of the poor and minority students, we want to admit, and I have a finite number of spaces, then someone has to suffer, and that would be privileged kids on the bubble. John Brennan Hill, Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs at Florida State University, told WSJ. FSU was part of a beta test of the score last year. The score resulted in a 5% rise in nationwide enrollment. So let's go back here and so let's see how they rate this out. Plans to introduce a way to give a fig leaf of objective and fairness to their screwing over of your kids in favor of kids with people they prefer. Do they think there is any chance, and a chance at all, that these secret numbers based upon secret factors and kept secret from you will make it more likely for your children to get into one of the elite schools? Yeah, right. If only someone had predicted this kind of social credit nightmare. Okay. This probably goes into one of their, watch, it probably goes into one of their articles. No, social, okay, there's America's growing political and controversial divisions have split the United States apart now as the former blue states begin to collapse under the dead weight of their politically correct tyranny. A lethal operative haunted by violent past undertakes a mission to infiltrate. So this is a book here called People's Republic. So check it out if you guys read. I don't read too much. My reading level is pretty low. I barely graduated from high school. I had to do high school through a work program because the teachers told me straight up, you're an illiterate Portuguese. You don't go to college or university and waste anyone's time and your money. And I didn't. And I've lived, man, no regrets, man. Lived a great life. Traveled everywhere. I'm 41 now. Settled with a beautiful family. Can't ask for more. We know for damn certain the rock bottom adversity scores of the pampered brats of the elite in politics, Hollywood, and media, and the corporate boardrooms won't hold them back. The elite's gonna elite. We saw a few particularly dumb rich people get swooped up by the FBI. Remember a few months back. But for every past prime starlet about to method act the role of a convict in a minimum security women's prison, you know there are hundreds smarter. Wealthy cheats whose useless Ashleys and the Cadens are currently wandering the halls of Harvard, Yale, and other skeevy league, not Ivy League, but skeevy league campuses, literally shaking because someone expressed a dissenting opinion. No, these adversity scores, like every other scam the elite pulls, are fraud designed to increase the arbitrary power and control the ruling class. Adversity scores are manifestly not designed to call out those applications with the least adversity. They are designed to call out your kids in favor of kids in the political demographics the elite prefers. The admissions racketeer, gatekeep, and the gateways to the elite and the likes of our spawn need not apply. The talented kids of middle managers, soldiers, or other uncool people who probably go to church and do not even subscribe to the New York Times, forget it. This is another way for our garbage ruling class to promote diversity, by which it means a wide range of people who cannot be brainwashed into sharing the elite's liberal, elitist views. So this is shouldn't the people that qualify to be in these institutions qualify straight up by using every means possible to make sure they're not wasting their money and they're not wasting the money of the and they're not wasting teachers' times and stuff? I straight up did not go to college. I don't qualify. I don't care. Everybody else went to college. I see them on Facebook unfriending me because their lives suck. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm semi-retired, enjoying my life, enjoying my family. I spend 2-3 hours a day with my children, 4, maybe 5 hours, depending if we're doing road trips. I enjoy my life very much, and I think they try to sell this whole college thing for so many years, and then you got student loans. You got the elephant in the room, student loans. People are racked with student loans. I know doctors that say that they're completely broke. They have to rent a one bedroom in some like lower end part of town and drive an '86 Honda because they're doctors. They're $200,000 in debt. So I think I don't know. I think everything's in community colleges. Learning to be a plumber, trade schools, learning to be an electrician. I think that's where the few underwater welding, even mechanics. There's so much, Adversity scores seek to impose illegal, racial, political, and socio-economic quotes without actually saying so by pretending that this is just a new objective. Transparent and fair way to evaluate the whole person. But of course, this is obviously baloney. And that's why they want to hide the process from examination. Moreover, they appear to be creating these bogus standards by embracing every condescending and cheesy stereotype of the people. This is designed to let them select. Like single motherhood, poverty, and crime. Congrats, hardworking normal Americans who happen to be of a racial and ethnic minority in the collectivist mind of our crummy elite. You've been pegged as ghetto-dwelling delinquents from broken homes. Oh, that's not nice to say. I mean, so they're actually pegging people like that, and it's like you're only you only qualify because of your situation. It's there's a lot of people from broken homes that do really well in school. There's a lot of people from broken homes that made it and did well in life. You know what I'm saying? I have no college. I barely finished high school, like I said, but I did very well in life. I'm going to coast through the rest of my next 25, 30 years until I pass away. And I've worked hard. I've achieved and I've done what I had to do and worked really hard, And I sleep well at night because, I try to be as transparent as possible and do well, But there's a lot of people that I know that have come out of some of the hardest parts to live in and still make, you know what I mean? And still make it big. And a lot of them didn't even go to college. And that's why, and that's all they'll ever see you as. I'm going to leave a link below. This gets really intense here. I'm going to leave a link below to this article for you guys to read. I want to know what you guys think. This is really getting out of control. The amount of changes we saw in the last since Hillary lost the election, everybody's been punished. There's been this huge crackdown on social media. There's been a huge crackdown on everything, on free speech, on everything they could get their hands on to try to reelect other parties in by now admitting that social media was the changing point in a lot of political points of views or political ways of thinking. I think the silent majority is always going to be the biggest, no matter where you are in the world. The silent majority are the ones that don't say anything, and they're the ones that actually make the difference in the countries. I don't know what's going to happen here in Canada. We got elections coming up in October, and everything is just really not doing well here. I really miss the Canada I lived in growing up, and I'm very sure a lot of Americans miss the America they used to live in back in the 80s and 90s. Up until the mid-90s, things started to kind of get... It's like, oh, you're not embracing change. I'm like, oh, I embrace change every day. Every day is a new day. I'm not talking about that. It's just warped perspectives of thoughts. It just, they don't hold water. It's arguments, that shouldn't be we shouldn't be arguing over. We should be like inventing longer-lasting light bulbs. We should be colonizing planets. We should be going out into space. We should bring helium-3 down from the moon, and you know, a lot of things. You know, but hey, what do I know, eh? I'm just an illiterate Portuguese. Guys, if you want to support the transmission, please share one of my videos. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I look forward to reading your comments below. Thanks for watching.